Yo, what's good, man? It's a dude talking to his phone, but that's how all these start, right? Anyway, it's been a minute, man. If you know me, what's up? Good to see you again. You probably don't know me at this point. I've been out the mix for so damn long, man. That's how I feel. Um, I guess I'll just start at the top, man. My name is Sly. They call me Sly the Deuce. Shout out to my pop Sly. That's how I got the name. It's pretty baked right in. I'm the second Sly. Um, y'all don't really care who I am though. Y'all just want to care what I'm talking about. So what we're gonna be talking about here is music, money, random, thoughts sprinkled in. I don't claim to be nobody's expert. We ain't gonna sit here and bash black women all night. We're not gonna sit here and talk about a bunch of the drama. This is not a dramaful place. So if you came for the drama, just keep it pushing, right? All love, love and respect. This ain't that. So we'll have some fun. We certainly gonna joke. I know we gonna joke. But like I said, this is how all these get started. So I figured I would kind of just do a recap on who I am, how I came to be, sitting in my room talking to my phone. I'm playing. Yeah, man. So I used to be a poet, rapper. I'm still a poet. Used to be a rapper, songwriter, event coordinator. Man, I used to do a lot of stuff. But again, I really don't want to just get on here and talk about myself and what I used to do, right? Um, but I think it's important to add context. If you just got some guy talking to you, you don't care what the hell I got to say, and I don't care either when I'm scrolling through YouTube, right? But I love content creators. I see so many cool people. I see some straight lames. I see straight weirdos, but they're popular. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. And that's what I love about this content creation space. I love that about when I was making music. I love that about poetry. You can find your niche. You don't have to be everything to everybody. In fact, you can't be everything to everybody. So what's the damn point in trying? You know what I'm saying? And that lesson took me years, bro. Much longer than I wish it would have to figure that out. But I definitely figured out you can't be everything to everybody, bro. You got to be your absolute best self to you. I was just talking to a homegirl. Shout out, you know who you are. And I was telling her, like, I've only got energy for me problems. You know what I'm saying? 100% energy for me problems. What's up? What's up? I'm seeing some folks joining. That's crazy. I didn't think that would happen. Like I said, I'm just here to get it off my chest. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all dropping by. Y'all literally the first folks ever in this new season. So I appreciate y'all. Homie said he subbed. Damn, straight off the rip. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with you. I mean, I rocks with you. Sorry, we gonna get it together. Like I said, it's the first episode. I do gotta I got one of those like office jobs. So sometimes I'd be nervous, like, can I just be me? Can I just get on this UTZ and be me? But then again, like I said, I used to rap, I got poetry, I got some stuff out there that is like, if I was gonna lose my job, it already been lost. You know what I'm saying? I used to do a little bit of uh neighborhood pharmaceuticals, okay, as it were. That's gonna be my language for that. But anyway, quick backstory. Like I said, y'all don't know me, so I appreciate y'all chiming in. But I figured I'd give you a quick little recap. So I used to rap. My name is Sly the Deuce, right? Like I said, my dad's name is Sly, so I'm Sly the Deuce, Sly the Second. That's I think, very simple, but I like to explain it. Got music on Spotify, iTunes, all of that stuff, right? You can definitely find me. I am working on some releases right now, but this is not a music thing. This isn't me just coming on here rapping at y'all and stuff like that. It's not that at all. I don't want it to be that. If you got music, you know somebody that makes music, by all means, send it to me. I did used to be a radio host, IYKYK, The Vibes out there in Denver. That's where I'm from originally. Where y'all from? Let's get to know each other. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect to see this many folks here already. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So let me know where y'all from, where we tapping in, how we getting down. You know what I'm saying? And we'll keep it rocking. Y'all are literally the OGs in the chat. So when I come back next time, y'all already got senior big dog status. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all flexing. Make sure y'all letting everybody else in here know. I'm saying everybody else like it ain't 8 of us. But still, we deep. You know what I'm saying? We deep. So I used to do music. I started doing music, man. I was rapping in like 14. You know what I'm saying? I actually had done a song for, it was Martin Luther King Day. Crazy as it sounds, I was a kid. I was in like 7th, 8th grade, and we had to do a rap for Martin Luther King. So I actually wrote one. It was really dope. I won this little talent contest at my school at the time. It got to go perform for the mayor. that just blew my mind. I was like, oh snap, rapping got me into some big rooms and stuff, rooms I didn't expect to be in. So I just started writing my thoughts out. Honestly, as y'all can see, I've grown to love it, but I'm brown. You know what I'm saying? Real dark skin, Snicker bar brown, as we say here. You know what I'm saying? Melanin drip. I don't know if y'all be following online, but I've been following this dude. His name is Lennon, Lenon, Lennon Honor. He be going in on Umar Johnson. So I don't know if you guys are following that right now in any way, but he's funny. He always has me cracking up. So sometimes I may say some stuff that triggers a thought in my mind. But anyway, I was talking about rap. He does music and stuff too. So I just like his creative personality. Anyway, I used to do the music. I got started. I learned like I could really, express myself. I could vent. I could meet chicks. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100 with you. That music stuff gets you in the game. And again, I was a rapper. I always said I couldn't sing. If I could sing like Christopher Brown or Tremont songs, no, that's not his real name. I just be doing extra, but I would be allergic to shirts. I would just, what if I could sing? I would walk through the mall. I'm from Colorado. Y'all may have picked up on that. I'll walk through Aurora Mall. I know they changed the name of it, but I'll walk through Aurora Mall. I'll walk through your mall, wherever you at. Shout out to you. I'll walk through your mall shirtless and just sing. I'll be homeless just singing, just to singing. Oh girl, and they would send me money. I would be a man whore. No shame. I would be a man whore, and I would sing my heart out, my little heart. But anyway. So that's what I used to do, man. I did that for a long time, actually. I enjoyed making music, bro. I've still done, that's what I was going to say. I've got some stuff in the works right now, but this isn't that. I'm not going to get on here every week or every day and just tell y'all go download my album, go buy my new single. I will let you know when I got stuff dropping, but I really want to highlight others. Like I said, I used to be a radio host. I really like highlighting others, getting them some shine. Used to be the head of an organization called Team Outlandish. Some fantastic people that I've worked with, known, just befriended, went to college with. So I've done some amazing things with some amazing people, but I want to give back, man. I just see a lot of, and I don't want to bullshit. So y'all gonna see me say a lot of stuff and then be like, well, wait, I want to be honest, man. I see a lot of people talk about how they want to make the world a better place. And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. I'm trying to make the world a better place for me. Straight up. I hope that don't come across. I don't care how it comes across. I'm just being honest. I'm trying to make the world a better place for me. I'm trying to get my bread up for my kids. I don't have no kids, if anybody's wondering. But when I have them, I'm trying to already be ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take care of my mom and dad when they get old. You know what I'm saying? So we are going to talk about money a lot. I talk about money. It just comes to my mind. It's just what I know. Music, like I said, music and stuff like that, man. I love music. I love it. I write far more music than I've ever been able to perform myself. I lived in Atlanta for a little bit. That was fun. It was interesting, but it was fun, man. I got a project called Shout Out Atlanta that came out of that. And then, like I said, I pivoted once I got back into radio hosting. And that really blew my mind, man. When I was an artist, and I don't know if any of y'all are creatives out there, but you start finding out that creatives in general, being very general, creatives don't really want to talk about shit but what they created. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like I just said, hey, buy my album, buy my thing. I've actually talked with folks who make music. I respect them, but they've said things like, I just couldn't promote somebody else's song or their project ever. I've always got something going on myself. It would just feel weird for me to promote somebody else's stuff. And I'm like, I guess I hear you, you know what I'm saying? But you got to promote others. I like promoting other people. I don't care, again, how that makes me sound, but I'm I like knowing cool people. I don't got to be the coolest motherfucker in the room at all times. You know, I'm the coolest motherfucker in this room. I'm the coolest motherfucker in this room. I also pay the bills in this room, so I determine who's cool or not. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I like giving folks they shine. You know what I'm saying? I like man, I don't know who that is. Like I said, I'm just reading these comments as we go, but I appreciate you. All the love is appreciated. All the love is appreciated. There really is no me without you. Like I said, I'm a dude talking to his phone. You somebody looking at their phone, but we interacting right now. Ain't that kind of crazy? Ain't that kind of crazy? And I know sometimes, like I said, random thoughts is going to happen. This is the intro video, so y'all going to help determine what we talk about. But as of now, I'm like, what y'all think about AI? You want to talk about beautiful eyes and beautiful faces? Y'all ever took a picture of yourself or had AI take a picture of yourself and you be like, I ain't never been that fine a day in my life. I wish AI would send messages to my old girls. I sure wish AI would send some of these airbrush photos to everybody that I used to know. Oh my lord, I sure wish AI could hit up. Ooh, I'm thinking of my second grade girlfriend. Well, she wasn't really my girlfriend, but I didn't have the AI. I didn't have the airbrush on every damn thing. AI will have you thinking you fine. You not. You not. Take it from the king of the ugly niggas. I'm talking about king. King Supreme Ugly Nigga over here. You know what I'm saying? That AI, don't let it fool y'all, y'all. Don't let it fool y'all. I be seeing these chicks, I be seeing these dudes too, but I be seeing these people who like, yeah, they profile is AI, you know, and I'm not talking Instagram, I'm talking about they LinkedIn. These people trying to get jobs with the fake face. You know what I'm saying? These people out in real life. You on Tinder with the 7 airbrushes and a dog nose. I'm like, that's weird. I would think it's weird if you liked my photo and I got the dog nose on. I got the clearly this ain't me. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little bit weird to me. I'm all for AI. I definitely want to be a prompt engineer. I don't know if y'all know what that is. Those are the people that actually like come up with the prompts that you put into your AI. So if you're ever talking to your Siri or your Gemini, if you got Android, I work in telecom, so it's all the same to me. I want to be very, very clear. It's all the same to me, no matter what you rocking. But if you have got that device and you are asking it for like instructions to, cook food or for directions up to the mall or whatever, that's cool. But it does so much more. It does so much more. Believe me, believe me. Maybe we'll do an episode on that. I don't know. Again, y'all let me know if you're interested. Now, I want to be clear, because like I said, this is my first video. I'm kind of laying out what we're going to do here. This is not one of them, I'm a jump to the screen and ask for gifts. And y'all notice I ain't got no Cash Apps, no PayPals, none of that. None of that. YouTube gonna take care of me. I appreciate YouTube. I've been rocking with them for a little bit. I'm monetized on some other platforms for other reasons. Like I said, I do music, I do poetry, I do consultations on people who want to do music and poetry. So by all means, I want to open my first video. I want to be very clear. You do not have to send me money to enjoy this. This is free. It's going to be free. It's going to stay free. I don't have no Patreon. I don't have none of that. Now, if you decide you want to super gift me or super cash at me, or that's not even a thing. Like I'm saying, I'm making this up as I go. If you decide you want to do something like that, that's on you. That's on you. That's your prerogative. I'm not in the business of blocking blessings, but I don't do that e-begging shit. So you ain't never got to worry about that. That ain't this type of program. Anyway, AI. What'd you say? I create AI clunkers. What's an AI clunker? I definitely want to know more about that. Say hi to my uncle, grandpa, Axel. Yeah, man, y'all funny, man. Y'all funny, man. I'm sorry, I'm just reading through these comments for a second. I don't want to take up too much of the time doing that, but I do appreciate y'all. All of y'all came through. I see y'all doing what it takes to make it great. So anyway, AI. A lot of people are saying it's going to take their job or take jobs in general, but who's doing those jobs? What jobs is it taking, right? And how do you position yourself to still have a job? I would say if AI is taking jobs, and it's one of those like hypothetical, like I could see how it will, right? I haven't read a report recently that was just like, hey, because of AI, 85,000 people at this plant got fired. But I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm under no confusion that AI is going to replace human capital in a lot of ways. But by that same token, vehicles replaced carriages and stables. You know what I'm saying? Like TV replaced radio. So I very much know that growth happens. That's kind of the nature of growth. But I'm not so concerned that when they say taking human jobs, I don't think we end up in a future where there is nothing for a human being to do because the robots are doing it all. I don't think that. I think at the very surface level, I would say they're going to have at least mechanical jobs available. They're going to have trade jobs that are still available, HVAC, plumbing, tile work, textile manufacturing, things like that. Textile might be able to be AI'd, but there's going to be some stuff that still requires human capital to manage the AI. And I'm telling y'all, like, we are the human capital. You can sit by and just watch it take over the industry, whatever industry you may be in. Like I said, I mentioned music, I mentioned entertainment. A lot of those industries certainly have AI baked into them, or AI is on the forefront of what's coming, right? Your Spotify has been AI for a long time. That's how it suggests songs to you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff, we're using this word or these letters AI. A lot of this stuff has been around for a long, long time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They're just building on top of it now. Now they got agentic AI, they got strategic agentic AI. Generative AI has been around for a long, long time though. You know, hey Siri, hey Google. Um, yeah, just it's my hey Siri across the room over there is talking to me. I'm not talking to you, girl. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, mainly, I think it boils down to fear. AI is coming. Siri, stop. I'm trying to talk to America, and you over there making it sound like I'm a dude in a room talking to his phone. That's weird, right? I'm trying to talk to this phone. Anyway, AI is no reason to scare you. I think you got to just put yourself in position to actually be ready for it when it comes. Imagine people being like, oh, all these cars are going to take jobs. Yes, they are. And they're going to create jobs too. There's going to be jobs that didn't, there's no such thing as a horse mechanic, bro. You know what I'm saying? That job didn't exist. Now there's mechanics. And that's a silly, silly example, but you hear what I'm saying. I'm not here to be the expert on everything. I'm not here to be God, King, consciousness, or none of that, bro. I'm a regular dude talking about real life and you talking about it with me. You know what I'm saying? We're going back and forth. So I appreciate that. I'm the only person in this stream. That's true. That's true. Like I said, this is episode 1, and I'm always in every stream. So it's plenty. It's plenty. And we're gonna build and we're gonna build and we're gonna build. But I appreciate y'all popping in. I appreciate y'all popping out. You will. It's like grandma's house. Y'all come in, grab a plate, head on out. Long as we saw you, long as we know you was there, we appreciate you. So anyway, AI, man. Cause now y'all got my mind going. I'm saying y'all, cause I don't know who I'm talking to. I also grew up wearing glasses. I'm rocking contacts today, so I'm just excited about everything that's happening. Got my cool ass light over here. But anyway, AI, man. I think engineering or a prompt engineer is something that I'm very interested in for myself, but I think we all got to get better at, or we all can get better at. I would encourage you to get better at using your AI tools and figuring out exactly how they can help you. You can build, obviously, you guys see the ads. You can build a website in minutes. A lot of that stuff is I'm trying to find the right word. Like, I would say high level. A lot of that stuff is high level. A lot of that stuff is like, if you've already got the framework for what you want to do, AI will help you get in the game immediately. But what's also most interesting is AI will help you get those gears going. And I want to be very clear. I'm not talking about having ChatGPT write your whole paper for you. I think AI is going to cost human jobs, but not because AI took those jobs. I think it's going to be because human beings give up their mental capital, their mental wherewithal, and they just give it to AI. So just think about it like this. I'm hiring, I'm a company, right? I'm looking for qualified candidates. You're a college student and you just spent the last 3-4 years letting ChatGPT write your papers and letting Spark Notes, and I don't even know if that's still a thing, right? I'm showing my age. You letting AI do all the work for you. So you don't actually know shit when you get out of there. Now when I hire you, unless I'm looking for somebody to program my AI, which is not your major, it's not what you're doing, you're just kind of baby using AI, that's going to cost you. That's going to cost you. But the people that are really getting in it, bro, it's no different than like YouTube. YouTube used to be a like obscure, every now and then there's something on there. You might go for something very specific. Now, bro, I spend hours on YouTube every day. Hours. You hear me? Hours. Now, I try to make sure those are fruitful hours. I try to make sure I'm watching something either positive, and by positive, I just mean moving me towards my goal. Sometimes sometimes my goals aren't always so altruistic, is what I'll tell you in all honesty. But I'm watching things to get me towards my goals. But by that same token, you can get lost in YouTube. And you know it. You know you can get lost in YouTube. You can just go for days and days and months and weeks. What's up? Somebody just popped in. I'm seeing a lot of activity. Hello, friend. I'm watching this from, oh man, I'm currently going to leave to China. What? Man, I don't have no political advice for you, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna play, but I appreciate you dropping by. I definitely appreciate you dropping by. Like, subscribe. That would be my advice, but that's selfish advice. I'm not gonna lie to you. That helps me out, helps the algorithm, keeps us talking. But what's going on in your country? I mean, I don't want to just sit here and ramble at y'all. Y'all could be anywhere in the world right now. You tapped in with me. I certainly appreciate that. What is going on out there? Okay, I see you, man. So I'm really interacting with a real human being right now. You know what I'm saying? That is just the coolest thing to me. I know a lot of people get on here and they let these numbers get to them, man. They really be like, oh, it ain't nobody in the chat. It ain't nobody, or it's 500 people in the chat. I'm feeling myself. It's 5,000 people in the chat. I'm like, bro, a couple things that music has really helped me see, man. It's always somebody bigger and it's always somebody smaller. Always, no matter what you're doing. So I'm just happy that y'all are here. I'm just happy that we're engaging. I'm happy that I'm doing this. Honestly, I'm proud of myself for just getting out there. How many times do we sit and think about something that we should do or it would be cool to do? And there's a civil war going on, bro. I feel like that's nothing to even like play about, nothing to even joke about. Watching this from Washington State, Myanmar. Am I saying that right? Myanmar? Currently going to leave to China because, oh man, yeah, man, search. I sure will, bro. I sure will. And please don't take it as disrespect that I don't already know what's going on. I know there's this thing going on in the world where we all act like everything around the whole wide world is the most offensive thing we've ever seen or ever heard of. I don't do that, y'all. I really am big on protecting my own space, right? I was just sharing earlier how I've only got energy for me problems. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a negative. We'll dive into that more. But now that you've actually connected and shared with me, I'm going to research that. See how somebody I'm actually talking to directly has given me some information. I'm certainly going to go look that up. And I appreciate that, man. I don't mean to make light of it. I don't mean to make a joke about it. So nothing that I'm saying here is to be misinterpreted as me taking it lightly. And I'm also not going to try to act like I'm the ultimate expert or, I'm going to look this up tonight. I promise. As soon as this stream is done, that's going to be my evening reading. But I'm not going to come back tomorrow and act like suddenly I'm the world expert on that Civil War. So I just hope that doesn't, come across the wrong way in any way, man. Washington State, I understand you completely know drama is very understandable. Yeah, definitely. Fruit of China that Tatmadaw, am I saying that right? Tatmadaw. But of course, there is no issue in having an opinion about the situation. Okay, and I appreciate that. Like I said, I certainly, as you may have picked up, I'll turn on the phone in the empty room and start talking. So I will certainly be happy to share my opinion on it. Now, when you say you're getting ready to leave for China, is that like tonight? Like, I mean, you packing up? Is that something that's on your mind? Where are you at with that? And what, if anything, what can people around the world do to help with that? There may be a GoFundMe or something you got going on. I don't know. Again, I'm not here to beg for money. I don't need anything. I certainly have been blessed, but if I can help kind of like point folks in the right direction, I'll be more than happy to help, man. I definitely love connecting dots. Like I said, I used to be a radio host. Lots of community engagement and involvement as well. I don't often talk about that kind of stuff. I feel like if you do a bunch of charitable work and then talk about it, I don't know why, but it feels like it removes the charity. Like if I tell you like, oh, bro, last Saturday I gave out food, man, and bro, we must have gave away like 4,000, boxes of food and cans. It's like, did you do it because it's in your heart, or did you do it because you knew you'd be able to like tell this story later, right? So I'm an overthinker. Y'all will definitely come to find that out about me. But that's my take on it, man. So if there's anything that we can do to help, by all means, let me know. There's civil wars. I was talking about before how one of the guys that I follow online, his name is Lennon Honor, and he is constantly going in on Dr. I don't know, doctor. He's constantly going in on Umar Johnson. If you guys know who that is, he's a character. But one of the things that the reason I bring him up is he's always fomenting, he being Umar Johnson, is always trying to like convince. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm black. Okay? Let you know a little secret. Okay? He's constantly trying to convince me I'm in a civil war. He's constantly trying to convince me I'm oppressed, I'm being beat down, I don't have what the white man has, and that I should just be, I should be so angry. I should just be so upset about everything. And I refuse to believe it. I refuse to buy into that. You know what I'm saying? I can't walk around and not believe me, I've tried. I can't walk around with hate in my heart, man. But when you're dealing with real, actual civil war, it makes it very clear that like this internet stuff we be doing, bro, it's not that, bro. I promise y'all it's not that. There was a time, this was some years ago, man, 2015. I went and climbed Mount Kilimanjaro with my older brother. Now, my older brother is the badass. You know what I'm saying? I was just tagging along, bro. It was epic. We went, man, 6 days up, 2 days down. And when I tell you there was people out there with no shoes, bro, none. There was people out there with like wrestling shoes, slippers, sandals, hand-me-downs, whatever they could get, climbing this mountain, bro. And I mean scooting, getting there and back. They had packs, giant things on their head. They would have water jugs. They would have, bro, when I tell you it humbled me, bro. When I really saw, dude, and I laugh about this story to this day. I had got these earrings like at JCPenney or something, bro. I don't even think I'm wearing any earrings right now, but I do got my ears pierced. And I'm wearing these earrings from like JCPenney, bro. So they fake, they dumb fake. You know what I'm saying? They might be like $30 earrings. Homie asked me, did I know Rick Ross? Like, serious face. He was like, oh, you make music? Do you know Rick Ross? And I was like, how would you even in your mind put me and Rick Ross in the same category, right? He was like, well, I saw your earrings. And I thought, wow, bro, like, this guy, I mean, you can see it in his eyes. He was being genuine. He really thought I might know 50 Cent. I might have hung out with Rick Ross because of the earrings that I had. And I thought everybody in America, I think, would assume those aren't real. I mean, don't get me wrong. America's a big on conspicuous consumption. So it's just baked in where we automatically think like that ain't real. That's not, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice aesthetic, but I don't think to myself, those are probably 4-carat earrings in that guy's ear. This person really thought that, really asked me that, right? So I was humbled not only by the perception that he had, but by my opportunity to lie. I could have easily been like, yeah, bro, you don't know, check me out. And all of this is, and it was an opportunity to just be humble and be genuine and be very realistic with it, man. Let's see what you're talking about. I'm not in a zone of conflict because it's neutral. Okay. And there's no compact. That is real. Here, the country currency is like bad. $7 a. I know you lying. $7 a month is the best wage that. I said I wear glasses, man. I must not be reading something right. Did homie say $7 a month? A month? And I just want to clarify, I'm being slightly funny, but not. When you say month, you mean the 30 to 31 day interval? $7? How? Don't be sorry. Just don't let me get you in trouble on the page here. Don't say nothing you don't want. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knowing about. I feel you. Listen, I've had to do some extracurriculars to get my bread up. That's where I'm gonna leave it. But so I support extracurriculars. I'm just laughing because I know, and you know what I'm actually saying. I support extracurriculars. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the extracurricular, let me be clear. I don't want YouTube shut me down on day one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, when I went overseas, and I've been to a few different places overseas, and that's not in any way a flex, it actually made me feel more and more humble every single time I came back, man. Every single time I realized that $7 a month to somebody is a full wage. It made me humble and just so much more frugal. I can't just give you $9 for Chick-fil-A when I know, man, $9 is somebody's weekly food budget, right? That's intense, man. And it's interesting because I also think American poverty is different. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. American poverty is different, bro. I work downtown. I work in Dallas. I'm not gonna give you all my business, but I'll tell you enough, so that I can be, a real person. I don't want to just be no talking head. But in Dallas, man, I see regular people. Like, dog, I'm used to you asking me for money and you used to me telling you no. We damn near homies at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like done. Hey, appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. I know that you're gonna ask me for money, and I'm gonna tell you no. We damn near homies. We regulars on the same street. And I'm talking about bold. I see bold, lazy, and poverty. Let me put it that way. Because when I was in Tanzania, that's where Kilimanjaro is in Tanzania, which is in Africa. So I'm gonna reference that story, and it may sound like I'm saying different places, but I'm not. I'm talking about the same story. When I was over there was poverty like you can't imagine. And I mean, let me be very clear. I'm not saying all of Tanzania is poor. I'm not saying all of Africa is poor. So cut that dumb shit right now. But where I was and what I did see, there was some poverty, okay? Some severe poverty. But it was also to the highest level. I mean, the actual infrastructure, like the city itself, it's not like, oh, I'm saying the roads, you could tell the infrastructure, the economic engines that made it run were different, right? So what I'm getting at though is that you would see poverty out there that I believed these dudes. Like I said, they was in slippers, they were in track shoes, they were in literally anything that you could tell somebody had given them, waiting at the bottom of the mountain to say, hey, can we go up the mountain with you? And by go up the mountain with you, they meant like be your crew. So it was me and my older brother, and then we had a crew of might have been 10 guys, bro. No cap. One dude handled the toilet. That was it. He takes the toilet to and from. One guy was the chef. He don't carry nothing. He just cooks. Then you had your porters. The porters actually carry the stuff. Those are the guys I was talking about that have huge stuff on their heads or on the side. They would take an entire campsite and be pushing, bro. So what I'm getting at though is I believe that dude was impoverished. I could see it on his face. I could see it in his actions. When I'm in Dallas, bro, I got a dude. He's sitting on the floor like this. I'm talking about legs crossed, chilling. Now he got his dirty, nasty, gnarled up feet all out. So I could tell him and his dermatologist ain't, like that. They haven't spoken a little while, But I'm talking about chilling on the street like, hey, bro, could you help me? Well, fuck you then. Hey, bro, could you help me? And like I said, I'm in downtown Dallas, Metropolitan Center. So it's bodies coming left and right. They literally just stand there. Hey, bro, you can help me. Hey, bro, you can help me. I'm like, hold on, bro. You're not going to tap dance. You're not going to juggle. You ain't even going to offer to wash my windows or just nothing. Just straight up raw dogging. Hey, bro, can I have some money? Well, fuck you then. That's bold, bro. That's bold. That's a different. That's like rich poor. How you rich poor? How you poor but not really? You're not even poor enough to stand up and ask for the money. You rich poor. You rich poor. And we got poor rich. And we got poor rich over here in America. But I'm not here to beat up on America again. I'm certainly not no anti-Americanist. I'm not a MAGA fiend either, so I just want to be very clear. I know I said Instagram. I know YouTube's trying to figure out where to put me. What bucket do I go in? None, right? So anyway, that rich poor thing and that poor rich thing be kind of cracking me up. And I was saying all that to say it humbled me because every time I come back, I realize like, oh shit, bro, I was rich poor and I was poor rich. And by poor rich, I mean you got the folks that got the Bentleys, not Bentleys. That's a little bit much. Let me be clear. You got folks who got cars that they can't afford. You got folks that, bro, I know people that live in really, really nice apartments. I'm talking about like nice. Then you start talking to them and they're like, I pay $3,500 a month. I pay $6,500 a month for this apartment. And you like, is that why there's no food in the fridge? Is that why this couch got mice crawling up out of it? These are not judgments. But I'm just saying, bro, why is your crib worth $6,500 and what's in it is sparse? I know my folks from New York is like, bruh, it's crazy out here. I used to do real estate in New York, so that's why I'm a little bit aware of that. Y'all will come to find out. Some of my people at work, they say like, "Dang, Sly, you got how many lives you done lived?" I'm like, bro, I've done a lot, and I'm not trying to claim I went all pro in any of these things, but I did them for sure, for sure. Wish you luck, man. I appreciate you. Early morning at 6:20. Oh, okay. Hey, be safe, travel safe, stay safe. Please come back and swing through again. What's your name? Don't look like you got a name. Smiley Face. I'm gonna call you Smiley Face from here on out, OG. So you Smiley Face until you got a different name. But I appreciate you. You was here for the first dream. We'll never forget. Be safe out there for real, for real. Back to the rich poor thing, man. I'm like I said, we'll talk about money pretty often. It comes up. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is to be construed as, official financial advice. So I'm very big on that. I don't want to lead nobody down, no wrong path or lead nobody astray. But yeah, man, that rich poor stuff, it'll kill you, bro. It'll kill you. It will truly, truly kill you, bro. I know folks that, and some stuff they can't affect. You can't always like I personally think family is the highest asset that one can have, if that makes sense. A strong and healthy family, right, will help you to get richer far more than anything else in this world, right? So I'm big on that, but everybody's not cool with their family, and I respect that. I understand that. I think you need to work it out. I think whatever you got going on with your family, you need to work it out. And that's real talk. I know some of y'all gonna block me, some of y'all gonna subscribe straight off of that. Like, nah, I don't rock with my cousin. Y'all need to get cool with your family, bro. Or as close to cool as you can get, should I say. If you find that, hey, we really just don't get along, it's just not working, you need to try again. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You got to try. But your family can certainly make or break your finances, right? And I think having a family that's all on the same page, or having multiple people within the family that are on the same page, will help kind of push you in the right direction. Families are no different than any other organization. And if y'all are familiar with something called the Pareto principle, I don't know if you are familiar with that. So I'm just going to assume and throw it out there just so you know. The Pareto principle pretty much says that in any organization, 20% of the people are going to do 80% of the work, and vice versa, right? That's just a fact. And then it goes even further. In that 20% of people that are doing the work, 20% of those people are doing 80% of that work. Crazy, but I'm sure you have been on one side or the other of this principle sometime in your life. You're doing a group project, and Becky the Brainiac decides she wants to be the team leader, she wants to be the team captain, she's gonna do this, she's gonna do the notes, she's gonna do all of this, and you kind of just like, cool, hey, I'm gonna still get the A. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do 80% of the work, right? And if you like that and you want to do that, no issue, no, and she wants you to just stay out the way, everybody wins, right? And I'm sure you've been on the other side of that, where you're I'm just going to use the same example. You got this team project and everybody kind of just sitting back, waiting on you to do it all. Or you the one driving. And I don't want to make them sound like bad people. Maybe you're Becky the Brainiac. Maybe you're the one that volunteers to do it. And you prefer that other people kick back. That's kind of me. I'd be like, hey, bro, I got it, bro. Just fall back. Now, when it comes time for that shine, when it comes time for that warm glow of a job well done, I want you to remember you didn't have shit to do with this. But other than that, I like the volunteer, and I like being out there and putting my name in the front, put my energy in the front, to be honest. Like I said, I do like helping other people shine. I said that earlier. I'm always about helping other people shine, putting them in position, but I can't have a situation where me trying to help you shine diminishes my own light. And again, I don't have to be the most popular, but I can't have you have me look inept. I can't have you have me looking dumb. I can't have you have me looking incompetent. Oh my God. Incompetence it just drives me mad. Yo, what's up? What's up? Yo, I know this guy. What's up, bro, man? What's up, man? I was actually just chopping it up with the people. I got a guy who's going through civil war in China. So he had to log off because he's going to, he said he's driving to China in the morning. So we worldwide, baby. We worldwide. But yeah, I was just talking about how that's a special guest right there. Threw me off. But it's good to see you. Good to see you for sure. I was talking about rich, poor, rich, how family is important, and then how, putting other people in position to shine, but not putting yourself in a position where you're not going to be able to shine. Not putting yourself in a position where you're not going to be able to do what you need to do. And I've lived this, I've lived it. When it's all said and done, just using that example of the class project, you got a class project, you got somebody who ain't doing what they need to do or what you think they need to do, to be clear. You got somebody who's not doing something that, I'll just put myself in the example. I'm expecting X, Y, and Z. Somebody else is not doing that. I get upset and decide, oh, well, if you don't want to contribute, I'm not going to contribute then. You know what I'm saying? If the grade ain't important to you, it's not important to me. I'll be damned if I carry us all over the finish line and you get an A off of me. And then we all get the F, or we all get the D or the C. Ugh. But we all get the failing grade, and then I go to my next class or season in life, and I got to explain this D. I can't explain how, oh, well, Jerome didn't get his notes in on time, and Ricky told us he was going to bring the scale model, and he forgot. It's like, bro, you're going to have to explain your results at that next, juncture. And I have run into that enough where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take it into my own hands to drive this forward. And it has oscillated over to the other side as well, where it's like, yo, Sly, SJ, man, you got to share something, or why do you even have us here? Why do you even calling us to meetings if it's just going to be you talking about the agenda you put together and the plan that you've already lined out that you're going to execute? Why are we here, man? Right? And so I had to learn that as well. Like, there's a balance. There is a balance. I'm still learning it. I certainly don't want to make it seem like I got it all figured out. I do not. I don't even think I know somebody who's got it all figured out. I don't even think I've met that guy. But I am learning. And it's a process, going through it day after day after day after day. So yeah, y'all, it's a lesson. It's an ongoing lesson. But like I said, I'm certainly not here to preach at you. I don't know enough to be preaching at you about nothing, right? So we will keep it fluid. We'll keep it flowing. Man, I promise you though, like I said, I used to be a radio host, and I've had a podcast with some other guys before. That goes back to what I'm talking about. I've had podcasts before. I've been a guest on podcasts, and they're fun. They can be fun. But a lot of times I find people go into those situations for the fun and not for the work. They don't want to be on time regularly. They don't want to commit. Sometimes it just feels like if I take it serious at all, then it won't be fun at all. And that's just not true. It's just not true. Sometimes the most fun you can have is from something that you take serious. You know what I'm saying? It's really fun to beat a video game you've been trying. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a video game guy. I actually hesitate to say that, because you say something like I'm a gamer and somebody wants to ask you your favorite third edition Atari release, or do you think the Xbox One has a more dynamic processor than the PlayStation 6? And you're like, dude, I play the game, bro. I don't build them. I don't deconstruct them. I don't work for NVIDIA. I don't have a favorite graphics card. I play the game. You know what I'm saying? I just play the game. And sometimes I think I'm a casual gamer because, like I said, it gets pretty granular. But then there's times where I'm playing the game and I get serious, and my girlfriend will say like, "Oh yeah, you're a gamer," and I'm like, maybe. I don't even got the little headset with the microphone. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the basic. You got to have that, or you're not really a gamer like that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm a game of lifer. I definitely like the game of life. I'm always trying to play that. My favorite app right now is that Fidelity app. I don't know if y'all got that, but that's such a banger. You could check your portfolio. You could buy and sell stocks right there on the app, live in real time. And I'm certainly, again, I'm no financial broker. None of this is financial advice, but I'm always open to learning what other people are doing with their bread, right? I'm no dummy. I don't know it all, and I don't have to know it all. And I got this little book here. I didn't even plan on showing this. I printed it out myself. That's why it looks like this. I had like a PDF version online. And I went to Kinko's myself and had them make it for me. But this book is called The Richest Man in Babylon. Very, very, very easy read, as you can see. I mean, it's a thin book. It's nothing crazy. It's set up like parables. You know, children can read this and ingest it. Um, an adult probably would need to read it to a child, but I'm saying that the nature of the stories, they're set up as short stories, and they help to explain different money making and money keeping initiatives and strategies that you can do to keep your money up. And it talks about mainly one of the biggest parts that stuck with me was it talks about a slave mentality and a master mentality, right? You don't have to be slave to your finances. You don't have to be slave to your urges. You don't have to be slave to your circumstances, right? But it starts with your mind. It does not. A lot of people, from my experience, from what I've seen, a lot of people have a when I get the money, I'll learn how to be good with money kind of thing going. And what's crazy about that is that pattern will keep money running from you. When you develop a let me get good with the money that I do have, more money will find its way to you. It's almost like there's a term ladies man. You gotta be a dollars man. You gotta be somebody dollars want to be around. Dollars want to kick it with. Dollars want to get to know. You know what I'm saying? And there's a way you can scare the dollars, just like you can scare the hoes. Just like you can scare the hoes, you can scare off the money. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But anyway, I do want to. Maybe subconsciously I brought this out because I do want to get into narration. Like I said, I used to be a radio host. I love that a lot. One of my dreams, man, is to read books like audio narration. I want to do commercials. So just voice acting. I don't really want to act like characters and things like that, but I'm very, very much interested in reading books, reading what are they called? They're called briefs or drops. I used to do drops for the radio station. You know, you're listening to KBX7 or whatever y'all's radio station is out there. So I very much enjoy doing that. I'm gonna get into doing that more and more. Shout out, speaking of shout outs, man, shout out to the Creative Dojo in Dallas. They may actually be based in Garland, but you ain't from here, so you don't know the difference. No way. Shout out to them. Shout out to Spoon. Shout out Real Spill. He put me in contact with Spoon. Actually, did he? He might have, but I know he got that contact through Trayshawn. So big shout out to Trayshawn. He the plug, man. He the plug out here. So we're definitely gonna put some stuff together. I don't like doing that, so let me stop. I don't like talking about what we gonna do, what would be cool, and all this future based what if stuff. I can't do it. I know people that do that. I've known people that do that. It just rubs me the wrong way. Talk about what we doing. Talk about what has been done. But I just don't want to talk ad nauseum about what could be, what would be, and wouldn't it be cool and all that other stuff. So shout out to those brothers that are doing their thing and continuing to do their thing. I know Real Spill is somebody that I just mentioned a second ago. Fantastic poet. Fantastic poet. Now that's RILLSPILL if you want to check him out. Fantastic poet based out of Texas. He actually got me into more of the like slam poetry style thing. My mom was a poet, so I was exposed to it young. But he got me into a little bit a different vein with it, and I certainly appreciate that, man. Coming from making rap music, one of the things that I noticed was you're always looking for that perfect synergy with the beat. The beat, for those that don't know, is the production, the accompaniment, the music in the background. That's what I'm talking about. You're trying to like find alignment with that beat. What I found with doing like open mic or slam poetry is I could do that a cappella. And I don't just mean the rhymes, but like I could just get these thoughts off without worrying about is that a perfect slant rhyme? Is that a perfect double double? Is that a perfect, double entendre? Is that clever enough? There was a lot of ways that I could unpack my thoughts in poetry that I couldn't do in music. Now, I love music because of some of those challenges. How am I able to take this raw emotion and turn that into something valid, turn that into something that did fit into a rhyme scheme, that did fit into a 16 bar verse, that does fit into the theme of the first verse, right? I enjoyed a lot of that puzzle. But the true expression of just, I want to get this off of my heart and off my mind, poetry was unmatched. There was nothing that I could do that circumvented. I don't even know if that's the right word. Circumvent is kind of like to go around, but superseded the joy that I get from just flat out expression. And I'm one of those people who I actually enjoy performing for crowds. A lot of people will talk about jitters or stage fright. I actually do far better talking to a crowd of strangers than I do having like a deep, intimate conversation with like a single human being. That's just me. It's probably why I'm sitting here, talking to you right now. But I appreciate it. I appreciate that you watch, and you may resonate with that. You may feel the same way. I don't know where I got that from. Probably from years of performing. And also, like I said, I'm wearing contacts right now. It's still weird to even see my own face with the contacts on, but you know what I'm saying? I'm getting used to it for sure. Anyway, when I used to wear glasses, I would take them off to perform. So I would look just like this, but I couldn't see a damn thing. It'd just be blurred, just all a blur. So I might as well be singing in the shower. You know what I'm saying? As far as my self-consciousness, that I didn't have any feeling of, man, that person's looking at me weird, or is that person vibing with me or not? I would just go out there and give it my absolute all. Then I would go back to the dressing room, whatever, put my glasses on, and then come back out and people be like, you killed it. Oh my God, you did it. Oh my God, you. And I'd be like, for real? Like, it really felt like I wasn't even there. I'm remembering, or somebody is showing me footage of me later. And that was always just so much fun. That was such a cool experience. But I think that's where I got my, I got comfortable with that kind of setup. Hey, you put me out here in front of a crowd, I don't even got to look at these people, right? Now, if I perform, and I wear my contacts and things like that, I'm not afraid of eye contact. I'm not afraid of seeing other people in the crowd. But I think that's where that initially started. I think it was, I'm not afraid of you because I can't even see you to be afraid of you. You know what I'm saying? And I think the same for YouTube and for Instagram and for the internet has exploded. We've already talked about the internet. We're talking about AI at this point. I'm curious. Now, this is kind of just a random thought, which I told you we would have. Do you guys think that AI is going to start making its own websites? I know AI will build you a website, but the key word there is you. Do you think that AI is going to start building its own websites? Do you think that, again, going back to agentic AI, and that's like agentic AI, it's going to start understanding its own use cases. It's going to understand, hey, I get asked to do this function 25 million times. Maybe I should just proactively start doing that. And I'm just curious. I know, man, there's AI that has gone to Fiverr and hired people to get through CAPTCHAs, right? So I'm not trying to paint a Skynet narrative by any means. I'm not trying to make you scared. I'm trying to excite you and get your brain going as far as like what AI can do and how we as human beings will interact with it. I mean, it's here. So this idea that like AI is coming is crazy. That's crazy. That's like saying running water is coming. It's been here, bro. It's been here. AI has been here. It ain't going nowhere, and it's only ramping up. Going back to money, I was talking about Fidelity earlier. The Fidelity app, you can buy stocks and bonds on there directly. None of this is financial advice, and I'm not giving y'all all my portfolio, but I'm just letting you know you can buy. There's AI. There's companies that do AI like directly, like we develop AI. Then you've got like real estate companies that all they do is the data centers for the companies that do AI. You've got companies that produce the physical equipment and the hardware that AI runs off of or runs through or runs on, or however you want to phrase that. So there's a lot of different ways you can, without necessarily having to be a prompt engineer yourself or getting a PhD in coding or anything like that, you can definitely get involved in AI. I would suggest, like I said before, for anybody that may have just joined or maybe watching this video in perpetuity, get very familiar with your agentic AI that's on your phone. Again, I'm not going to say it because I said it earlier on my phone, thought I was talking to it, but hey, Siri. Then if you got an Android, you guys say something different, but whatever it is to get your agentic AI talking, the first thing I would do is ask it, what are the limitations of your capabilities? That answer is going to blow your mind right there. The answer is going to blow your mind. Then what I would suggest, if you were asking, you didn't, but I'm telling you, I would suggest spending 2 or 3 hours, truly, get some time. And I was talking earlier about how if you already know what you want to do, AI can help you kind of accelerate. But even if you don't already know what you want to do, AI can help you there. And I know there may be some folks out there that are like, hey, I don't trust it. I don't know what they're doing with my information. I don't know what to tell you there. I would say you got to let that go. At this point, your name is in a database. Your name is in several databases at this point. Your information is out there. And I'm going to go a step further. Someone has probably stolen it by this point in your life. Just saying. You've probably shut it down, or I know you got, credit repair, not credit repair, but identity theft. What am I trying to say? Yeah, identity theft or identity watchdogs, right? Watchdog is the company that I use. So y'all might need to sponsor a video. But anyway, credit reporting. That's what I'm saying. Credit reporting, people that might be doing identity fraud. Some of that stuff may have already happened, right? Definitely stay on top of that. But AI can help with that too, if we're being honest. Like, the way to fight fire is with fire. If you think that we're going to use non-AI tools to combat AI, you're crazy. If you think there's a FBI agent sitting at their desk poring over data entries to find out who stole your identity in this day and age, you're crazy. They're pumping that through a computer. So I'm saying all of this to encourage you, don't be afraid of what's coming or of what's already here, right? Learn a little bit more about it. I would encourage, like I said, take 2 to 3 hours. It does not have to take all day. And the good thing about these AI, the 2 and 3 hours don't have to be all at once. It's not like you're talking to me and I'm going to lose interest and, you better get to the point quickly. My goodness, I've been almost talking for an hour, but it's not like that kind of scenario. With the AI, you can come back to it and pick up right where you were. So you can identify, first of all, it's very impactful to do like a psychological profile of yourself. Ask your AI, hey, I'd like to give you can do anywhere from 50 to 150 data points to help you get a psychological profile of who I am, right? First, make it your AI. When it's just, hey, again, Siri or I think it's, hey, Google. Yeah. If it's all of that, that's just as default. Everybody's getting that flavor version. You can, just like a personal assistant, if you had a real employee, you would train them on what you're trying to do. You would train them on your likes, dislikes. I like my messages in this format. When I ask you a question and you give me an answer, I don't need 3 or 4 reasons on why you picked that answer. If you're like me, I want that. I told my AI, you need to explain to me how you got this information, right? Because again, I don't just blindly trust this machine. And if you know anything about AI, you shouldn't. There's hallucinations, there's errors. They're built on large language models that have human beings putting in that data. So for example, just silly example, but if I were to build an AI program and I happen to be a Raiders fan and I've only ever told it, the NFL is a league that features the Oakland Raiders and 31 other teams. The Oakland Raiders have gone to the Super Bowl X, Y, and Z, which is the biggest game in football history for this reason. See how even in that example, I put the Super Bowl is something that's underneath Raiders history. I'm being very, very general here. AI uses extremely large language models to facilitate and mitigate against some of this stuff, but I'm just using an example. If I bake in the bias that the Raiders are the best football team, then some kid trying to do his science project across the world uses my AI bot and he asks a question that may not even have anything to do with the Oakland Raiders directly, right? But he may say something like, I'm just trying to make this example up off the top of my head, but he may ask about like, why is America the greatest country? I'm just making this up, right? He may ask that question and it may come back and say something to him about how America is the greatest because they have the Oakland Raiders. And I don't even think they're Oakland no more. They're the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I'm saying? But that answer wouldn't be, I don't think he gonna pass no American history class with that answer. He damn sure ain't gonna pass no NFL history with that answer. But he might, and again, going back to my earlier point, if you have not put yourself in the driver's seat and AI as your assistant, if you have put AI in the master's seat and you are the student, you're the pupil, you're just ingesting whatever they say and regurgitating it, then that person would be, in effect, taking on information that is untrue. But because they've already put AI at this near God level of truth, and this is not getting into spiritual stuff, I'm just saying, at near perfect level truth, they themselves will be ingesting bad information that they're going to turn around and repeat to the next person. Or they're going to turn around on their large language model and they're going to update that, and then it's just going to cascade and cascade and cascade. It's like feedback on an audio system. I don't know if you guys are in audio engineering, but can't be a radio host and a musical guy without knowing a little bit about it. Feedback is when you have the microphone too close to the speaker and it makes that just horrific sound. You can almost feel it. It's like, oh, stop, stop, stop. That can happen also with AI. Now, again, I'm mixing analogies here, but bad information can get fed back in. Then that produces more bad information, and then that gets fed back in, and it just iterates and iterates and iterates. And then you've got yourself a Mandelbrot set of bad data, dirty data. So I'm geeking out, as you can see. We're not going to go that deep with it, but spend some time with your AI. Ask it what its limiting capabilities are. What are you looking to get done? I would start with that 150 data point, or like I said, 50 to 150 data points. And that can be truly random. These are books that I like. These are movies that I like. That's when you can bring up your Raiders. You know, this is my favorite football team. Bring up basketball teams you like, whatever, truly. Like you're getting to know somebody new, right? And don't think about it like there was that movie a little while back. It was actually a big while back. It was called Her. It had I don't know how to say the dude's name. I know his last name is Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix. He was the bad guy in Gladiator. He played the Joker in the new horrific one, you know. But anyway, that guy, he's a fantastic actor. Shout out to him. No hate. Where was I even going with that, man? I said that oh, yeah, in the movie Her, he had like fallen in love with this AI application that was on his phone at the time. And it's got a lot of people freaked out and think they're gonna end up in some, weird relationship with AI. That's not gonna happen. The AI will tell you in a heartbeat what it can do, what it can't do. But I'm saying that it's for your benefit. Are you Diddy's cousin? Bro, if I had a little bit of Diddy's money, just a touch of it, bro, I would not be here right now. So I'm definitely not related to Sean Combs, but I appreciate that you think I look like a millionaire. That definitely, I appreciate you. Thank you. But no. Not at all, man. So what was I just saying though? So AI, and yes, get to know it. It's gonna help you straight up. Like it's one of those things that's like a graphing calculator. Okay. I remember being in school once and the teacher telling us like, hey, y'all can't use calculators on this math test. And I was in college at the time. And I remember I went to their office and I was like, hey, this just doesn't make sense to me because college is job training. Like you're training me to get employed. And when I go get employed, they're going to be like, why are you not using that calculator? Why are you not using the tools available to you? And if I'm like, oh no, just because I can do it, they're gonna be like, get out of here, man. We're gonna get somebody else who can get in here and do it faster by using the tools that are available to you. AI is a tool. Don't look up one day and realize, oh shit, everybody's got this tool. Everybody's working with this. Everybody's doing it, and I'm not. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know where to start, right? So I'm not the AI guru at all. I just am excited about it. I enjoy it. I like it, and I'm gonna keep growing with it. Somebody got me laughing, or the dude asked me, or the girl, I don't know. Somebody asked me if I was Diddy's cousin. That kind of cracked me up. I'm gonna tell my girlfriend about that one later. Some folks tell me I look like Randy Jackson when I was young. Of course, I had the glasses at the time. These are shades, but I don't know if this is giving a little bit more Randy Jackson. Looks a little Morpheus to me, but y'all do with that as you will. But anyway, my name is Sly the Deuce. You know what I'm saying? It's been more than an hour. I certainly appreciate y'all for chiming in. Those who did. Shout out again to the individual from China. Please be safe during this civil war. I am, like I said, I promise you. When you all interact with me, I take it serious. You could be anywhere in the world right now, and you're here with me. I appreciate that. So I'm actually getting ready to go and read about this civil war in China. I'm going to do my very best to get back on here tomorrow. I am off tomorrow. I'm going to work from home. I'm telling all my business. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm going to work from home. So I will most likely do this a little bit earlier than I kicked it off tonight. This is the first one. Still finding that sweet spot, finding out exactly what works for me. Like I said, I've only got energy for me problems, and I am more than happy to help anybody else that I can with however I can. So y'all be blessed. Thank you for joining. I had a relative that hopped on tonight. Much gratitude and blessings and love and light to you and everybody else that's watching as well. Again, my name is Sly the Deuce. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Peace.